what's the difference between having a voice box, which almost all humans have, and having a voice which moves people, a voice which matters?
Check this out.
Paraphrase a Scottish statesman named Andrew Fletcher, Saltoun, who said, "If I could write all the songs for a country, it wouldn't matter who wrote the laws, because everyone knows you can't change a city without a song."
In 1962, the same year as the Cuban Missile Crisis, Bob Dylan released a song called "A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall." Rolling Stone magazine called it the greatest protest song by the greatest protest songwriter of his time.
Irony. It's the use of words to express something other than, and especially the opposite of, the literal meaning. Sometimes what needs to be said won't be heard if it's said directly. Maybe for your audience it's too much for a person to process, or maybe it's been said so often it's just turned into white noise. So you have to be creative, sometimes ironic, like this person. Clearly, they don't hate irony. In fact, they seem to kind of like it a lot. Now, Woody Guthrie used irony. He was the American songwriter who wrote "This Land Is Your Land." Remember that song? This land is your land. This land is my land. You know it? From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land is built for you and me. Now here's the backstory of the song as told by NPR. A man happier on the road than at home. Guthrie walked, hitched, and ridden the rails all over the country. He went first to the Gulf Coast, then west to California, and what he saw and experienced as he crisscrossed the country contributed to his emergence as a social commentator. He was irritated by Irving Berlin's "God Bless America," endlessly playing on the radio in the late 1930s. So irritated, in fact, that he wrote this song as a retort, at first sarcastically calling it "God Blessed America for Me," before renaming it "This Land Is Your Land." NPR goes on to say that Guthrie's original words to "This Land Is Your Land" included this verse: "There was a big high wall there, it tried to stop me. A sign was painted, it said, 'Private property,' but on the backside it didn't say nothing. This land was made for you and me." He was being ironic.